What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Papa here at West Georgia Rides and Customs. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Polar Lights Donnie, Allison, Talladega, Torino bill. Bringing this one down to the wire. I tell you, it's actually almost a week now before the JAXCON show. Really been working feverishly trying to get this one finished, but I don't want to rush it. I hate getting into a rush with any bill. Because I just don't want to make any mistakes, any things like that. So, but anyhow, we're bringing this one down to the wire on a lot of the details and such. As you can tell, as we sit right here, I've got all the decals on it. I have the clear on it, got the windshields. They're in place. They're not glued in right yet, but kind of want to show you everything that we've done on the body as well as on the frame, the engine. And hopefully by, let's say Saturday, or well, today is Saturday, but maybe late Sunday, maybe into Monday, we may be finishing this, wrapping this one up. Let's start off into the frame itself. Many of you have watched the frame come together, the paint come down to it. As far as getting everything finished with it, got the engine. It's just mocked in there right now, but the dash is in. Doing all the fine detail work on the, as far as any of the other things that, like with the engine compartment. Got everything on the engine except the condenser coil. The coil will be mounted probably right in front of the head and the valve covers. Got that done. Still got to put still got to drop a radiator down in there once I get that in, and then get everything plumbed up on that. Got a little panel right here that sits. Once I get the body on it, it'll be glued into place right here. I just took some bare metal foil and just covered it with the aluminum bare metal foil, and it looks pretty darn good. It looks like a piece of sheet metal instead of just a piece of painted plastic. Got the air cleaner. Of course, once the engine goes in, the air cleaner will be the last thing to go on. That goes right there. Got the seats. Speaking of bare metal foil, I use bare metal foil a lot in everything. I mean, it's just not made just for the windows itself. I put it on that. I even took the aluminum and put it along that metal piece, which I say metal, but it looks like a piece of aluminum right here that holds the seat belt or seat cover to get on in the original car. So originally I just went ahead and covered it with that. Still got to do the seat belts. I'll probably do them this evening. Then, of course, once you get a seat belt in there, it just makes it look, accents it just that much better. This is, I'll do the lap belts and then do the shoulder harnesses coming down through there with it. Using as far as using this, this is craft ribbon that you can buy at the stores, any craft store. The other thing that I like to use is the Model Car Garage photo etch kits. This is some seatbelt harnesses for dragsters. It's the quick release type where you got the lap belts that comes around, then the shoulder harnesses and the adjusters right here. So I'll be using these to accent the any of the seat belts and everything. But that's pretty much it with it. Let's set this to the side. Let's get into the body. Man, this thing this week has really it's been fun. I have a love-hate relationship with decals, but like earlier I was telling everyone that these things were old. They did fight me. They fought me tooth and nail. Once I got them in, they set up for a couple of days. I came back and shot clear 3 coats of TS13 clear over this. Then let it set for a couple of days, and then I polished everything out with the novice polish. Pretty, like I say, as I normally say, shiny as a diamond in a goat's butt. So that's my normal saying when it's real shiny. Also, in the area of bare metal foil, the glass is mocked up in here and then glued in right to it. But these braces that come down in a real car are normally aluminum. So I just took aluminum bare metal foil and put that on, trimmed it out, and it looks pretty convincing. Same thing right here in the front. coming down the windshield. Did chrome bare metal foil all the way around all this. Looking at the original photos of the one-to-one car, they had the original chrome, or had the body chrome on it. So I elected to do the same. Got a lot of the painting, detail painting. This vent cowl right here behind the hood was painted black on the original car, so I just extended that out with a NATO black trim and got it. Did the as far as I'm probably gonna lose the windshield and the hood. Let it go ahead and fall out. The this panel back here in the back, the original car was painted flat black, or it was black also all the way up to the spoiler. Took bare metal foil and did the tail light panels in it. There'll be a number 27 decal going on both these. I'm going to take a little piece of K&S tubing and drill a hole right about right there. And what that is, that's the, of course, this on the original cars, here is where you would fill them up at. And this is where the discharge tube would come out with the guy with a catch can. So those will, I'm going to be putting that little bit of detail in there as well. But everything, like I say, with the body and everything, I was trying last night. I got tickled at myself. I was trying to put the windshield in from the back. If Dummy would have looked at the instructions, they mount from the front on this car. So I looked at that and was like, it was getting late, and I just wasn't thinking clearly. A couple of other things if you remember in my that little tutorial that I did was a couple of weeks ago on the sprue, off the sprue. I elected on this one to do any of the detail painting as far as the panel. I like taking panel line accent colors and doing like around these vents, or right here in the vent on the bumpers, as well as on the as far as the front dash, the front grill. I accent color all that. So I left it on the sprue a little bit. It's a lot easier for me to be able to get it detailed in there. So I think those turned out awesome as well. But then when I trim it off, I'll trim it off with the X-Acto and then sand it a little bit. If I've got any exposed styrene sticking out, white or something, I'll take a Molotov pen and just kind of just run down through there. That way it covers up any of the where I sanded or cut. They give you two dashes for this. You've got this dash, or you've got this type of, I say dash, but they give you this grill and this grill right here, which is more of a mesh type grill. I like this one right here. This is what was more what they used on the one-to-one car, so I'll be using that. So this and this are the front pieces, and this is the rear bumper itself. So we'll be getting that on pretty soon. Other things that I've got to do, just little things I'm going to throw on this particular bill. This is the drive shaft for the car, so I am going to be doing a aluminum. Well, it's aluminum, but it'll look metal. I'll be doing the K&S aluminum tubing for the drive shaft. I'll probably cut it right about, I'd say right about there, and I use just the universal ends of it, and then the tubing will be the aluminum from K&S. Also, in the area of K&S tubing, let me flip this. What I'll do with this also is once I get the engine mounted into the car, I'm going to I'm not going to use the factory exhaust that come out. The factory, or I say factory, but the kit exhaust is just a piece of plastic. It doesn't look realistic to me. So I'll be taking some K&S tubing and extending it down to right here and then angling it over, out each side. I just want it to be more realistic than just looking like a chunk of plastic. And then putting that drive shaft in there, it just brings out makes it look more accurate and more real as far as like a one-to-one scale. And but that's pretty much it. That's where we're at. We got a lot done this week. I still got to finish up some decals back here in the back. I got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably like about 6 more decals I want to put on this. I got the ones in the back and a couple in the front. And I'm probably gonna put a couple of decals, sponsor decals, and STP and something right here on the dash. So That's where we're at right now. Like I say, bringing this one down to the wire and bringing it down to JAXCON next weekend, we hope. Fingers crossed, and maybe this one will be sitting on the tables down there. Anyhow, folks, appreciate you, the comments. Still, I tell you, the outpouring of the outpouring of everyone that is joining in on the Fred Henry appreciation group bill that Jeff old Ferret Boy is hosting. I'm still at shock. I'm still at awe about how many people are joining in on this. I greatly appreciate it. I've really been enjoying watching all the entry videos of everyone. It, I tell you, I'm honored. I'm speechless, and it's just, I'm grateful to Jeff, but I'm grateful to each and every one of you that has gotten, has received something from, watching me over the years do this, and it's a great honor. I tell you, I just can't fathom right now of how many people out there and the kind words everyone has left. It hits me to the heart. So, but I really appreciate it. Words can't express it. But like I say, I am very honored, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Anyhow, folks, I'm gonna leave you right here with this one. We'll try to get some bench time in today. I think Vicky and I are gonna do a little bit of running around town, and then I'm gonna get back in here on the bench tonight and get a lot more wrapped up on this. And remember, folks, what I always say: if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out of here.